Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades. And yep, let's just get into it here. And I hope you guys had a happy new year and celebrated with your friends and family, or even some of you are even in the Discord on the charts and looking at stuff and still posting stuff. So, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. All right, let's just do a few news announcements as we head into 2023. For the next 2 week, guys, we're gonna have a little bit of a sale for lifetime membership inside the Discord. So if you guys want to be gold members and get access to my trades, lifetime is usually 500 USDT, and right now it's 250, so it's 50% off. So feel free to send me a message inside the Discord if you guys want to get access to the gold membership. There will be no sales for the monthly memberships, and the prices will be going up soon. So after the 2 week period as well. So if you guys do want to sign up before prices go up, you still have some chance to lock in that low rate, but it's up to you guys. Nothing is, you don't have to do any of that. You can still come join the Discord for free and be part of the community and still get some trades here and there, obviously. And yeah, anyways, thanks for listening to my little announcements, and let's get into it. Let's take a look at the monthly time frame for Bitcoin as we head into January of 2023. We are getting very close to a bottoming green dot right now on Market Cipher. So things are looking quite good for the bulls on Market Cipher. However, we are pretty close to that zero line on the red money flow. So let's pay attention to that. But again, the monthly time frame moves quite slowly. Obviously, it's just months at a time. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. We are deep in that red money flow, but we are forming higher lows on the momentum waves, which is really something that you want to see. But overall, your major concern would be keeping an eye on that red money flow, especially on that weekly time frame. Daily time frame, we've been chopping sideways right now. Not too much price action. However, I still think that we have a pretty good chance of getting a small breakout towards the upside, as we could potentially get up to around 1800, or probably maybe around this previous high right here, right around 18400. This would coincide with the market potentially rallying in the early stages of January, but ultimately rolling over in late January and headed into February of 2023. I still think we will see more downside in the markets, more pain as earnings come out for Apple and all the other big companies. You can see that Tesla today took some pretty big hits, but let's just finish up our crypto analysis right now, and we'll move on to the equities. So if you guys don't know yet, we're going to do cryptos, then equities, then commodities. So if you don't want to take a look at crypto or equities, you could just skip right to the end of this video and take a look at commodities. All right, let's move on right here. We are actually in a couple trades right now on ADA, Algo, Atom, and a few other ones, and we are all in the money on those trades right there. So very, very nice to see. We can see that we are getting some nice pumps in the altcoins right now, but just be careful, because once just because these we're gambling in the altcoins doesn't mean you should be going all in. Again, all the trades that I post are risk managed trades. They're all managed accordingly, not to over leverage. And we buy the bottoms and we sell the tops, and it sounds like a magic, but it really isn't. It's just taking a look at the chart. So you can see right here we picked up some algo right now. We're up about 12-13% on this trade. So if you guys caught this trade inside the Discord, congratulations. If you didn't, maybe you'll consider becoming a gold member and you'll get access to these awesome trades. And again, my profit loss history is posted on my website. I'm going to do a profit loss history video. We're doing a recap of what we made in 2022 and what we're going to do for 2023. But I'm still posting trades here and there in the Discord, but I'll give you guys an update on how I'm going to organize everything, the account balances and stuff like that. Let's move on right here. Let's start to float towards the S&P 500, the equities, and the indices. So right now, the S&P had a bit of a down day today. Not too much craziness, although Tesla was down big on the day today. We could take a look at Tesla. Again, we had a trade on Tesla. Unfortunately, this one was stopped out at break even and actually went below our entry, which is really nice to see. But because you didn't lose any money on that, and then the stock price goes lower, so you protected yourself against a bad trade right there. But overall, we did get a bounce from our initial buy right here, right around 110, and we floated up 14%. Ultimately, I thought we were going to get a little bit more upside before we rolled over, but right now it looks like Tesla could be headed towards this $91.50 area, which I would potentially be looking to get into another trade there. But ultimately, my main target for Tesla would be right around 65 to $63. And around, if we don't hold this level here, then we might even go as low as retesting the $20 or $25 level. But I really don't think that's going to happen yet. You never know what could happen. Maybe a full-on capitulation in the stock market, but those are like black swan events, basically impossible to anticipate. But let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones best performing index of 2022. Basically, it was only down, I think, if we're looking at year to date, we won't get too much of a accurate result there because we just started the year. So we want to take a look at the 1 year now, and basically the Dow Jones was only down, I don't think it was down 10%. I think it was down a little bit less than that. I think it was down only about 6% on the year, or 8%, something like that. I think near the end of the year we start to roll over once again, so that's probably why we're there. But yeah, I guess it was down 10%, but at one point it was only down about 6%. As you guys can see, when the Dow Jones rallied all the way to this level right here, we were only down about 6%. So I guess the Dow ended the year down about 10%. Still outperforming the S&P and the Nasdaq. But the gold on the comparison was actually a very good performer in 2022. Although a lot of people say, oh, it went down 1%. Yeah, well, if you bought the index or the indices, you'd be down 10, 20, 30% because the Nasdaq in 1 year from 2022 to the end of the year, the beginning of the year to the end of the year, we were down about 33%. So this is very, very painful for those who are investing in tech stocks and the Nasdaq. You're actually down significantly more if you were holding individual tech stocks, because a lot of them were punished very, very hard this year. Some of them are down 95%, 90%, 80%. So it doesn't just pay to hold stocks for a long period of time. You need to know when to take profits. All right. Moving on here, I still think that, well, not moving up, I'll just basically say, like, I still think that head into 2023, we are going to take out these lows and we will make new lows. And this is something that a lot of people still don't think that's going to happen. They think that we could potentially maybe come back down for a double bottom, and then we're going to go back up to new all-time highs because they're getting all giddy about the Federal Reserve lowering rates. But the only reason the Fed would lower rates is because the economy is in such distress and earnings are so bad, and there's going to be significantly bigger problems than the interest rates being high, right? Let's move on here. Let's take a look at gold. Very excited to take a look at the commodities here. I really want to start off with natural gas. As you guys can see, natural gas absolutely in a free fall right now. And I remember when we were trading right around this $10, $9 area, natural gas was, everyone was saying it's going to 20, it's going to 15. The exuberance was absolutely insane, and we were shorting right around this area. And again, if you were holding your shorts until now, well, congratulations to you, because you would be up about 60%. Because we posted trades about entering shorts right around this area. Obviously, I like to take my profits early, but if you guys are risk takers and you want to take on more risk, or you like to hold your trades for a longer period of time, you could be up a significant amount of money right here. Move on to oil right here, because I think oil is going to be reaching around $65 a barrel for 2023. Once we get around this area, I think we're going to consolidate very nicely. And I gotta hand it to the government of the US. So they did a very good trade. They were selling oil at $120 a barrel, and now from the SPR, and then basically netting a very nice profit. And then now they're buying back, filling up the SPR back to that $65 a barrel, or right around this area. The the government is buying back oil at the low. So I guess they're doing one thing right, is selling oil high and buying oil back low, which is not something you see the government do something right. But let's move on. Let's take a look at gold. Gold doing very, very well here, breaking out of this bearish pattern again. This is a bearish pattern. We had a bit of a bearish divergence as well, and now we're just breaking it, validating it, and just moving towards the upside. Very funny to see. Silver is again getting to some major resistance here. I would be very interested in getting into some shorts on silver. We can see that we are almost tagging this level here. We're getting some pretty strong wicks. We went as high as $24.53 today, but ultimately we didn't reach that level. And just to quickly go back on the cryptos, because I did forget to mention something. One of my Discord members did bring this up to me. He wanted me to share it with you guys. And he has a fractal right here drawn for Ethereum, and it is playing out very nicely right now. And Ethereum is most likely, in my personal opinion, I think Ethereum will probably go back down to $200. And a lot of people are laughing and calling us clowns and calling me clown because we're doing price expectations for Ethereum and all these cryptos as well. And you know, it could be very realistic just because we are nearing the bottom of a bear market. If the S&P starts to sell off again and roll over, then there is no indefinite bottom if they don't start printing money soon. If the rates are still high and the market rolls over, crypto may not bottom yet. We may get a nice little fake rally here, a fake out, and then start to roll over after that. That's very possible, but I don't think that we are going to hit the definite bottom for a long period of time. I think that dollar cost averaging is also a good idea if you don't know what you're doing within trading, but yeah, do what you want. None of this is financial advice. Yeah, this is another fractal you basically drew like this as well. And you can see that Ethereum is slowly bleeding down. It will take some time to hit the bottom, and you could hit the bottom right around September of 2023 if we follow this fractal. But again, we're gonna have to see because these are just fractals, and it may not play out as we want. Let's take a look at some quick calendar notes right here to end off the video. Today we didn't have too much news, but tomorrow we are going to get the JOLTS job openings, and they're expected to be slightly lower here. The forecast is just to be slightly lower right here. That's going to be interesting to see. And then we're going to have the FOMC minutes going to come out at 2 p.m. We're going to see if they're anticipating a higher rate hike or a lower rate hike, depending on the last meeting that they had. But so far, it looks like we are going to get a potentially smaller number that they're going to do in January for the FOMC minutes. I think the FOMC minutes it's going to be coming out. Is it the day before the CPI? Is it a couple days after? I'm not too sure. I forgot. I don't have my FOMC calendar chart for 2023. Yeah, I still have the one from 2022. Let's look at Thursday. We're gonna have the ADP non-farm employment change, and then on Friday, I think we have the unemployment rate that's going to be coming out and the non-farm employment change as well. So that's going to be some really big market moving events. They're expecting that unemployment does not go up, it's going to stay flat. If that's the case, I think the markets are going to sell off significantly. They really want to see unemployment go up, because if unemployment going up could signal that the Fed could be potentially doing a soft pivot, or at least a pivot in the short term based on economic data weakening. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. You guys have been awesome. Had a great time in 2022, and I expect to have an amazing time in 2023. So feel free to join the Discord. And again, it pays to be a member. We had a giveaway stream on December 30th. We gave some free memberships away and some gear. So if you guys want to win those, feel free to join the Discord, guys. Love you guys. Peace.